Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about trend lines. So when you're in on an uptrend, you know, I feel like trend lines can show you like true lower high points or higher low points a lot of the times, but I frequently do draw trend lines on a lot of the time frames. Don't right now because I cleared my chart just for recording purposes. But anyways, so when the markets draw, when you see an opportunity to draw a trend line, take it. When can you actually draw a trend line? First of all, the trend line needs to be steep, or it can't be too steep. It needs to be steep enough so you can actually walk on it, in quotations. So you can actually walk on the trend line. So when the market's in on an uptrend, you are able to put a trend line from a higher low point to a higher low point. So here we have our first higher low point. Our point B is our second higher low point. Right there. So point A is this candle, point B is this wick right here. So on an uptrend, like I said, point A is higher low point right here. And then point B is another higher low point. So you can't do it from up here and on, because I've seen a lot of people do that for some reason. It just doesn't make any sense at all. They would probably draw it like this. I've seen a trend line like this. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, this isn't even proper enough to be a channel. But anyways, so anything above this trend line is pretty much your buy zone, meaning it's on an uptrend, right? Does that mean you can't take any sells? Pretty much. You know, unless the market breaks structure before the trend line, then you pretty much can't take any sort of sell, because then you'd be counter trending, and counter trending is always very, very dangerous. So all throughout here, I was placing buys, you know, except for the exception of like right here where I felt like counter trending. So all throughout here again, I was placing buys. Then when the market broke structure, I was placing sells around this area, right? So now anything under the trend line is your sell zone, right? Everything under your trend line is the sell zone, and that's if you draw a trend line for an uptrend. So see, we broke the trend line. Are we currently retesting it? Most likely. Who knows? You know, it's just a patience game. We have to see what happens. You know, I don't predict the future. I'm just analyzing what the market is telling me. So now that's pretty much how you draw it for an uptrend. Right now, let's look for an opportunity where I could draw it on a downtrend. I believe right here I could draw a trend line. So lower high, lower, yeah, right here should be just fine. Yeah, right here is literally perfect. So okay, so actually I think I'm going to put it from this point on. You pretty much just gotta play with it. So wick to wick, there you go. Okay, so on a downtrend, it has to be from lower high point to lower high point. So here's a lower high point. So this is my point A. This is on a downtrend, by the way. That's my point A. And then my point B is another lower high point. There's another lower high point right here. It's as simple as that. Now, anything under the trend line is your sell zone. Anything above the trend line is your buy zone. Simple as that. Maybe this isn't the best trend line, but you know, it's just an example. Anyways, now, as you can see, when the trend line broke, came back down, retested it, and then continued on the upward momentum, on the bullish momentum. So that was pretty much about it for drawing trend lines. It's not too hard to understand. So on a downtrend, your point A, lower high, downtrend, point B, lower high, uptrend, point A, lower high, point B, low, or my apologies, uptrend, point A, higher low, point B, higher low as well on an uptrend. Now, that was it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you study, study, study. Take lots of notes as well, and ask me any questions at any time. If you guys have any questions, you can email me, of course. You can DM me on Instagram. So that's pretty much about it, and I will see you guys in the next video.